maybe there is some nuance to it, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Today is August 4th. I'm Logic Motion. Welcome to Beyond Plug and Play. Let's talk about it. So whenever we discuss kernel level anti-cheat with PC, it's always talked about in a bad light. And I'm here to just be like, there is some nuance to it. I don't like the idea of a company, a corporation having that amount of access to my personal computer. When you talk about PC gaming and competitive gaming, something like Call of Duty, something like Battlefield, something like League of Legends, and there's other games too that are out there, Overwatch, whatever, just any type of competitive game on PC, it's always met with cheaters. And there's no sure-all way to 100% deal with cheaters. That's just, it's not possible. You're never going to have a game that deals with 100% of cheaters and is a perfect, even on console, even in a perfect environment where they have full control, you're never gonna 100% get rid of cheaters, right? But I think if we can reach a point to where we can deal with most of them, we can bring down the amount of cheaters by a significant amount, then we can have a conversation about anti-cheat. Because I feel like, yes, like if you want to talk about Vanguard, you want to talk about Javelin, which is what is in the new Battlefield game, or it's on Battlefield 2042. It got backported to the previous titles. But if you want to have a conversation about those anti-cheats and the data is out there showing that they work, then I just feel like you have to kind of see, because the answer isn't no anti-cheat at all, right? Because we can't have games where we don't have anti-cheat and we have just people running rampant. And like, I'm a PC player myself. I play as of now, as a PC player, I play most of my games on PC. I barely even use a console anymore. And I just want less of our games to be running rampant with cheaters. But if you can somehow reduce the numbers of cheaters, let's just say before this kernel level access stuff, you had 10,000 cheaters, and then boom, you implemented this anti-cheat, and now you only have like 100, right? Something like that it's worth talking about, because there is a solution there, right? Obviously, you didn't get rid of all of them, but you got rid of most of them. And I think that's a conversation to have. I don't like like I said, I don't like the idea of having a kernel level access anti-cheat. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, we have data where this is shown to be working, and some of the data is being shown from the company itself. And obviously you should take that with a grain of salt, because they're not always going to show you the proper numbers. They're going to inflate it a little bit, just how NVIDIA does when they show off their GPUs, or AMD with their CPUs and GPUs. You're always going to see numbers inflated to make them look better. But there is conversation for League of Legends. There is conversation for Battlefield that when they switched over to their kernel level access anti-cheat, it's been shown to work. It's been shown that there's less cheaters in matches. I mean, EA themselves said that they reduced the numbers by 50% of cheaters, right? That's huge, right? Obviously, it's coming from EA, so I'm not saying we trust them 100%, but if that number is true, that's a huge decrease in cheaters. And when you look at League of Legends introduced Vanguard, and they're banning people every 37 seconds for cheating, right? And it's shown to work. These numbers, they don't lie. So when you have a system like this and it's shown to work, they show you the numbers, there's less cheaters. There are still cheaters. There's just less cheaters, and they're being banned more frequently. And I'd say League of Legends has less of a cheating issue than Call of Duty. Call of Duty, they're just not really able to do anything about it. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about this, just because I don't like this type of access on my personal computer. But when you just look at it, it's, the numbers are shown. It's like it's working. And one of the main conversations too, like from console players, is just that PC players are cheaters, and so I'm going to turn off crossplay. You see a lot of console players talking about that. That's like one of the number one and number two reasons that console players don't like playing crossplay or playing with PC players, because one, mouse and keyboard, two, cheaters, right? And if we could stop that conversation on just like, okay, well, PC players, there's less cheaters, right? Especially with this new system being implemented and it's shown to work. There's less cheaters on PC, and it could be less of a reason that the console player turns off his crossplay. Because I don't know about you, but not every game has a lively player base solely on PC, right? There's some games out there where it would be nice to have just like a different player pool, the people from Xbox, the people from the Switch, the people from PlayStation. Just having that bigger player pool is awesome. So when you see a game that basically turns on a crossplay toggle, and most people are like, all right, well, yeah, I'm going to toggle that just because I don't want to play with PC players because they cheat. Like, it sucks, you know, and some people are going to do it anyway, you know, whatever. But I don't want that to be like the sole reason. I'm turning this off because I don't want to play with cheating PC players. If it's the whole mouse and keyboard thing, whatever, but not just because we're cheaters. But yeah, no, this has been on my mind all weekend. I wanted to get a video out talking about just anti-cheat in general, especially on the new Battlefield game, because I know a lot of PC players are going to be adverse to it. And a lot of people don't even know that Battlefield 2042 has this type of anti-cheat. So you got to have secure boot on your PC in order to play Battlefield 2042, Battlefield 5, and Battlefield 1. They backported Javelin to these older Battlefield games, and even some games. I know Madden got it, and FIFA, or whatever they're calling it now, Football Club. So a lot of these newer EA games got this new treatment of anti-cheat just to stop cheating, because it runs rampant on PC. To say it doesn't is just, you're not being a true full PC player. I mean, you got people, like I said, you got people cheating on like Fall Guys, which is, in my opinion, so ridiculous. Like, out of all the games to cheat on, Fall Guys, bro, like, come on. There's people that cheat in fighting games and they don't do anything about it. They're in Tekken, people have like auto block low, auto low parry, auto like break the grabs, and it's ridiculous. But I'm not completely locked in on this idea, and I know a lot of people have like privacy concerns just about like what's going on my computer. I don't want a company or a corporation to have access to that. There's also stability issues. Sometimes these anti-cheat that have like so much access to your computer can cause just like performance issues and hiccups, especially in Battlefield. I know in 2042 I'll occasionally get some hiccups, and I'm like, why is this happening? So I'm not saying that's the anti-cheat, but I have a pretty good computer, so I don't know what else it could be, right? So just let me know what you think, because I don't know. I'm on the fence, and I know there's fights happening on both sides, and it's a double-edged sword, really. I mean, even on the Reddits, like I was talking about this, like it's a double-edged sword. Like, PC players want less cheaters in their games, but at the same time, they don't want to give up that anonymity. Hopefully I said that right. But, and it, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. You can't make both crowds happy, because you're going to have to get a little bit more aggressive on the anti-cheat in order to get the cheaters out. Or you're just going to have a situation like Call of Duty where they're like, oh yeah, we're getting rid of the cheater problem, but there's a cheater problem like almost every other day, and it doesn't seem like anything's being done. But you have games like League of Legends, you have games like Battlefield that are able to reduce the numbers and show their work for it. Anyway, I just wanted to get this video out here. Let me know what you think about anti-cheat in PC games. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think, Logic, that's the worst take you've ever had? I've talked about anti-cheat before in the past. There's a past video way before, but I'm just curious, and I'm wondering if you guys have better opinions, altering opinions, and I would love to just discuss it. I'll be in the comments if you're interested. Just, you know, change my mind. That's where I'm at right now. And I used to be so against the idea of anti-cheat or games having such access, because there was a Reddit post that I made years ago with Street Fighter 5, and Street Fighter 5 had crazy access to your system that I thought it shouldn't have had. But now that I see the cheating problem that's happening on PC, it's kind of made me change directions, which is crazy, because I was so adamant back then. But like I said, I'm talking, I'm yapping. Let me know what you think. My name's Logic Motion. This is Beyond Plug and Play, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Take care. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the video, I love you. I love you. I love you. I need to post more content. I need to post more, but I gotta get in the right mind. All right. Y'all take care.